Jeffrey Kroeker is a conservative. He is a lawyer. He's a smart guy. He joins me today because while we usually talk about provincial and federal politics, you are trying to clean up the municipal scene. Let me just preface that by saying in Toronto, so many people think that the city's going down the toilet. We can't even get potholes done. Calgary, they had mayors in there that ignore the water system, whole parts of the town without water. Vancouver, well, that is self-evident. All across Canada, we have mayors and councillors who I think are la land. And you agree, I can tell from your smile.
Well, look, what I would say is this. You are right. While I am a conservative by party politics,
I
believe in good government, right? And I think, you know, a lot of my friends who are Liberals and who are NDPers, etc., many of us have fought many years at the federal and provincial level to win governments in those places. But often what we've done is we've ceded the ground at the municipal level across the country to what I would argue is a bit of a radical left. And since the municipalities are often the end recipient of money from both the federal and provincial governments, what we need to start looking at is the level of good governance that we expect at a federal or provincial level, we should also be expecting at the cities. It's literally where the rubber hits the road.
So why don't we get it?
Well, because I think Liberals and Conservatives in particular have spent all their time and effort focused on winning governments and winning political fights at the federal and provincial level. The NDP, in many cases, particularly in Ontario, who will never win a government provincially, at least in my lifetime, have recognized that that's not going to happen for them. So they have focused all of their efforts and all of their energy at the municipal level and have done so quite successfully.
So Jeffrey, what are you doing about it?
Well, look, after the last municipal by-election, after John Tory had resigned and Olivia Chow was running, I was CFO for one of the candidates who didn't win, obviously, and a group of us that came from the different camps following the election were licking our wounds and bemoaning the fact that we needed to do something.
Right.
And there's a movement in Toronto, a group called Progress Toronto, that is ostensibly a group of organized labor and a group of organized activists. And to give them credit where credit's due, since going back to 2014 up to through 2018, they got organized, they incorporated, they created a not-for-profit, and they've created an entity that organizes that left-wing group.
They're socialists.
Well, you want to call them that. I would say that they're activists that lean more left. They could very well be socialists. They could be even further left than that. But what I would say is it's time for us as Liberals and Conservatives, particularly municipalities, to come together and say, like, look, we might have to actually work together here to combat this highly organized group. And in this particular case, A Better City Toronto is something that we created after the last by-election to create an entity that can counteract this movement.
So there's the recipe for all the people living in urban areas with rotten mayors. Jeffrey Kroeker, he is a lawyer in Toronto. Contact him. He'll give you the recipe how to get better politicians. 3 minutes. Thank you for watching another analysis of the issues that impact Canada. Trudeau is gone. We have to rebuild the country. We need independent analysis. We need debate. We need thought. So please keep us on the air. Subscribe, donate, become a member, because God knows Canada needs rebuilding.